Hey everyone, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a terrific Wednesday so far. Welcome to Retro Adventure Wednesday. Glad you could be here. Good to see you, Kill. Matawi's in here, Rabid Sushi. Got the whole gang rolling in. Super psyched tonight to play a little bit of Full Throttle. We started it last week. We made it about halfway through. Hey, good to see you, Seinfeld, and thank you so much for the resub fit. I appreciate it. 3 months, it's been an absolute pleasure. I appreciate the support. But yeah, last time around, we made it up to the fun motorcycle battle section of Full Throttle, and it went really poorly right at the tail end of the stream. So who knows how it'll pick up this time around. But we're going to find out. And I think we'll be able, if everything goes according to plan, to finish this ding-dang game tonight. So let's switch over. There we are. Now, I've already had weird sound problems as I was loading my intro today. Let's find out if I actually have any sort of sound. I have not finished the Strong Bad game yet. I'm going to be playing it again on Monday, Sushi. So yeah, I'll be back. I kind of stagger these things by day of the week. It is a throwback logo, right? This brings back memories probably for a lot of folks. All right, I think I have audio. Hopefully you do too. We'll get this awesome opening line, and then I'll switch over to the actual
Whenever I smell asphalt, I think of Marine. That's the last sensation I had before I blacked out. The thick smell of asphalt. And the first thing I saw when I woke up was her face. She said she'd fix my bike. Free. No strings attached. I should have known then that things are never that simple.
Okay, let's let our game. I just wanted to hear a little bit of that opening narration. All right, so we were on world record pace, if you can believe it. As of right now, we've got the perfect game going. Ooh, subtitles. Let's see here. Can I enable those? Yeah, let's get the subtitles out. My computer kind of crapped out on me right before stream started, so I expect everything to be broken tonight. If we go over max throttle, do we overflow to minimum throttle? Yeah, it's circular. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm sorry, all I can offer tonight is full throttle. We have no partial throttle option. Oh, thank you for slapping the motorcycle go vroom sticker. It's already made my day. Okay, so what we're trying to do is gather together all the stuff that our hero, Ben Throttle, needs to jump over Springfield Gorge as we go in search of his new pal, Maureen. Yeah, you want to balance out your level of decaf Jedi and your level of throttle. Those two need to be in a delicate balance.
Look at him run.
Look at him, Pinky. God, how good would this be if his name was Bob Throttle? It's me, Bob Throttle. So I think what we need to do here is lure them into this big pile of fertilizer. Brother, can you spare a cup of throttle? Yes. Ah! What a bunch of losers.
Boss, it was Nestor's fault. Get in quick. I have a plan. We're going to lure Corley remnant out of hiding with a bike.
Boss, she already has a bike.
Yes, but this one she worked on with her father. It's an emotional thing. Don't try to understand. Now hurry.
Oh, that's very much my mood today. It's an emotional thing. Don't try to understand. We've all been there. Yeah, I really need to know officially if this character's name is Ben Throttle or if that's just something that the wiki claims. Because, again, I feel like if his name definitely is Ben Throttle, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. And they almost deserve credit for it at that point. Okay, let's go cruising. First, let's go to the crash site, because I believe we can steal an electromagnetic lifty doohickey, something like that, off of their crashed car. Seems plausible. That's how cars work. All right. Magic science fan for flying. Kirslashe, that is exactly what I was trying for there. Very well put. We need a magic science fan for flying.
I'm not putting my lips on that.
The dog's name was Throttle. The motorcycle's name was Throttle. Should I just try to do more of a Sean Connery? I can't tell if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Choose there. Tar Arn. Oh no! Okay, so we stole the Lifty-matic thingamajigger, but Ben, not Ben Throttle, but rather Ben PS_Garrick. Everyone followed PS_Garrick if you aren't already. The Adventure Tuesday crew, best in the business. But Ben has redeemed a new channel point reward, one that may stick around because I enjoy doing this ridiculous voice. It is Newsreel Recap, where I recap the game up to this point in the style of a newscaster, like a newsreel reporter from 1953. So let me get in character here. Let me get my copy ready to go. Dateline, the near future, probably. It seems Ben Throttle, leader of the Polecat biker gang, has gotten himself into a real sticky situation. His cycle enthusiast pals have been framed for the murder of motorcycle magnate Malcolm Corley. Unbeknownst to the public at large, the murder was actually carried out by Corley's closest associate, Adrian Ripberger. Ripberger has plans to shift Corley's business away from motorcycles and toward minivans. Good luck with that, Ripberger. Now, Ben must clear the Polecats' names and install Corley's illegitimate daughter, Maureen, as the new CEO of Corley Motors. It won't be easy, but we believe in you, Ben. Godspeed. And there it is. There is our newest bit. Expect to see a lot of it until you're sick of it. That is Newsreel recap of this strange game. I hope you got your money's worth. All right. Hey, Dungeon Facts. Hey, Slat Studio. Okay, Tim Schafer has used the name Ben Throttle. That's good enough for me. Who knows how timelines work in a world with chronogens? Well put, Dungeon Facts. All right. His brother's Hoagie? That's the best thing I've ever heard. Oh my goodness. This changes everything. There may be nothing I enjoy much more from a LucasArts adventure game than the scene with Hoagie and Ben Franklin when Ben Franklin's explaining his whole key on a kite deal. And Hoagie is just like, and then what? And then what? Just like ad infinitum. It's wonderful. Such a joy. Now let's head down to Mine Road and start welling on some random backers. Tim Schafer's just drawn. That's right. Who died and made Tim Schafer Mr. Computer Games? He's not the boss of computer games. Okay, what's this guy's deal? What sort of...
You die.
Oh, that's his deal,
Eat
huh?
this, Charlie.
Oh, no.
This time you're gonna stay down.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Turn! Okay, that didn't go great. This 3D road render does still look pretty good. I had no idea that it was the Rebel Assault technology until someone pointed it out last week. But now it's like, oh yeah, of course, this looks like a run through Beggar's Canyon.
Now you.
Oh man. Okay, I need to get a better weapon here. You know, Slat, I still haven't played the original Psychonauts. I need to get to that eventually. Okay. Bad news, Cave Fish. Yeah, it's on my list of games that I want to stream at some point. I at least want to play around with Psychonauts. Like, I've literally never played a moment of it, never watched a bit of it. So what we're doing here is eventually working our way into sort of an elaborate game of rock, paper, scissors. We are taking out these bikers until we get the equipment we need to take out the other bikers.
Suck nitro.
Suck nitro, snail bait. That's not cool. It's like eventually we'll need to get a chain to throw into that guy's tires so he can't turbo boost away from us. Yeah, we gotta get the chainsaw. That's exactly what we need. Once you get the chainsaw, everything else falls into place. It's a lot like riding a regular motorcycle. Once you have a chainsaw you can throw at people, you've kind of got the upper hand. Imagine taking that many shots with the tire iron to the face. Hey, thank you for the cheer. Thank you so much. I don't know if this is actually working because I didn't have a lot of time to test it as my computer was dying right before the stream started.
I'm mad.
He's mad
This
now.
time you're gonna stay down.
But I believe now we should have like
Punk.
an emote wall set up so that when you hit your emotes, they should float by on screen for a few seconds. Don't know if that'll actually work, but anything could happen. Oops. Better drive my motorcycle. This is going great. Did we get it? Did we see a floaty whale with human teeth go by on the screen, Ben? Hey, it worked! Oh yes, Jim Wall's cameo. There's the good stuff. Let me know in the chat if this is something we should keep. I'm not sure if it's more annoying.
Are you really a polecat?
Yes, I
That
am.
voice.
Well, I hate polecats. Bet you just took a... Learn to ride...
Look at pixel art Jess laid over pixel art in the game. Oh. There are actually a few new emote options. I recently found out you can set up emotes tied to how many bits people have cheered at a channel before, so there's some bit exclusive ones,
Back for more?
including a Roberta Williams emote. Who doesn't
Let's
want
chop
that?
you down and count your rings. You're firewood, chump. Yeah!
Fertilizer! Oh. I think I was supposed to hit her with fertilizer. Hey, Nick! It's the first ever appearance of the Roberta Williams emote. Look at that. It's classic Roberta Williams. Old school. Chainsaw got me first. That's bad luck. It'll take a while for her to rotate around again. So yeah, this is basically just a grind at this point in the game. There's a little bit of random number generator going on, a little bit of bad arcade sequence. It makes great TV though. Back before Roberta Williams was in color. That's right, they didn't colorize her until the Dark Crystal game. Okay, this is the guy with
What's wrong?
the turbo
Lead
booster.
gun. Sorry.
Lead tappers. Yeah, maybe you do have to punch kick the skull flail guy, or it could just be he's a chainsaw battle. Another cave fish. Okay. Yeah, for a short game, this does feel a little bit like it's padding it, doesn't it? In a mode that's not very fun. I love Ben's what happened kind of look here. Okay, who we got? 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 Okay, this is another nobody.
Learn to run!
Just everything about this is ridiculous. I love just riding up on somebody, clocking them in the head with a tire iron.
Yeah! Yeah!
Oh, so close. We almost had the skull flail. Okay. I like how Ben kind of looks around like maybe he's worried someone saw that. Yeah, Scrub, good to see you, by the way. It does have that sort of rock, paper, scissors thing going on. Yeah, I think if they actually ran up and literally began playing rock, paper, scissors, that might get too hardcore into, like, Monkey Island territory. I feel like Ron Gilbert would have come down the hall and been like, you gotta cut that out.
You really
Or maybe he was already, like, making Freddy Fish learns to go potty or something like that by that point. Not sure about the actual timeline. Shots fired on Ron Gilbert.
Don't give up.
Yeah, imagine if they ever tried something like that in Monkey Island. Some sort of terrible rock, paper, scissors combat scenario. Okay, this is important. Can I save? Of course not. We need to win this one.
Back for more?
Oh no, I got the wrong thing out. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I panicked. Ooh. Okay. We can do this. That was a full body sigh. Yeah, that was I blew it. That was all me. I had performance anxiety. Yeah, you know, I really want to, like, escape from Monkey Island. I've only played it all the way through
hit a man
once
wearing glasses.
when it first came out. But at some point, I would like to revisit it and see if there's something I can learn to love. Hey, we got some chains. How great are those scenes? The get equipped with chain scenes. Okay, what's this guy's deal? Is this the
Now
flail
you
guy?
got it.
Oh no! Yes. There we go. Chain get! Da-na-na-na. Okay, we're doing great. This is going really well. World record pace, still intact. Ben, just driving this figure eight. Looking for people to attempt to murder. Does Ben necessarily need to kill people to get this done? No. Does Ben choose to? Yes. Ben woke up and chose violence. Ben Throttle.
Don't give up now.
Throttle boy. Oh no! Not what I wanted. Give him a little punch to the old facial read. There we go. Okay. I wish the weapon swapping was a little more responsive. I feel like I right click and then like 3 seconds later, it actually switches over. Also wish you could skip battles, because I have no need to fight a cavefish guy at this point. See you later, cavefish. Hope everybody's having a great Wednesday today. I got this morning presented at the annual conference of the Popular Culture Association of America, talking about old video game advertisements, with my co-author from Texas Tech University. We had a good time, got to share a lot of really awful advertisements from the late 1990s and early 2000s, talk a little bit about them.
What's wrong? Let David.
All right.
That should have a couple of good boosts left in it.
Oh no, this is important. Yeah, that animation was a little... We've got an update from Ben on his soreness situation.
You have to want to hurt me as bad as I
want to hurt you worse than you want to hurt me.
got it.
Oh, we need this... We need this stupid fight. Oh! I did whip him off twice, Slashing. I think it was not working as intended. Okay. Alright, that was a big fail. This is all a big fail. So far, so bad. I guess we have the booster, which is good. We have the lift. We need the ramp. The ramp is the last thing we need to jump. Springfield Gorge.
Eat this, Charlie.
Again, weapon selection is really messing with me. Also, I'm just bad at this. I mean, it's not... I don't want to... It's a poor workman who blames his video game tools. And as far as I'm concerned, I should be the only video game tool around here.
Learn to ride, kid.
Okay.
Bet you...
Try using the Master Sword. This would help. Speaking of Master Sword, tomorrow night, everyone. This is a huge announcement that I've already made elsewhere, so in that sense, it's a huge repeat of a huge announcement. Tomorrow night, I believe, is going to be the series finale of Jess of the Wild, my first ever playthrough of Breath of the Wild. 9:30 p.m. 9:30 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern Time. We're going to defeat Ganon and save Hyrule once and for all. Oh no, here it is. Okay.
Back for more? You're firewood. My eyes!
We threw fertilizer in her eyes. Okay, now things get a little easier. That's a good point, Kira/A. I'm hoping I can knock it out in one session, but it could be a two-part finale depending on how this
Is
goes.
that all the pain
But
you
I'm
can
determined.
dish out? I am back.
All right. Now it's happening. But be here tomorrow night for a prestige Twitch event. I do think that the chainsaw should be one hit. Now we have the plank. Yeah, I'm really excited to check out Hyrule Castle. Everyone, be sure to join the fun. Hello? Okay, wood beats cavefish. Get equipped with goggles. Okay, let's put on the cavefish goggles. These are going to help us find their secret hideout. Boy, the animation is struggling mightily here. I don't know if this is a Scum VM thing or exactly what's going on, but we're having all kinds of weird problems. Yeah, I think if you wreck them, they're close enough to their bike to self-destruct, but if you whack them with the wood, it knocks them far enough away from their bikes that they can't, I guess, blow them up and themselves along with it. So now we're looking for their secret hideout. It should say cave when we arrive there. Oh yeah, now it's looking 1995. This is like a level out of Descent or something like that. We'll just say how I remember Descent, roughly. Okay. Because Terminator mode. Terminator motorcycle mode. So we're looking for... cave. Secret hideout. Man, remember when we played Portal 2 and Cave Johnson was great? Okay. There is a secret cave around here somewhere. I know it. Just have to be patient. Boy, what a great puzzle. This is just nailing it. This isn't artificially lengthening the game while adding almost no fun. Okay, come on, cave. The exits will take me back onto the highway. I think we want it to say cave instead of exit. Cave, here we go. Nice. Stay on target. Yes. Alright, now we're in the Cavefish Grotto. Which is what I'm calling it. I don't know if that's the actual name. So it's kind of difficult to tell what's going on here, I feel like. The cave fish are weird and unexplained. Like, what does Ben have to say about this?
Everything about these guys is creepy.
And then here's the ramp we need to jump over Springfield Gorge.
Property of the Ricky Myron Traveling Stunt Show.
This does have some Fate of Atlantis vibes. Dungeon Facts, you're absolutely right. Okay. Sweet. Now let's hitch it to our hog. And we're ready to go, baby. Look at this puzzle solving. Look at this progress. There was no progress at all for like 15 minutes. And now, look at us. Looks like we made it. Look how far we've come now, baby. Now we'll just cruise on out of here with our cool 3D animated motorcycle. You can't hit your hog on street. Oh no. What have I said? Okay. So if I'm not mistaken, yeah. We're gonna pop up all of the little highway markers here so that the cave fish who rely on them to navigate go crashing. That's a good point. Yeah, Roger Wilco would just carry that ramp wherever he was going.
I'm done with these boys.
Full Throttle Hot Tub Street. Oh man, I wish Maniac Mansion the series was next. There it is. There's my song. Thank you, Pitt. It's an interesting game. I will say some of these puzzles in this section are a little moon logic-y. They don't always quite make sense. Okay.
It's a single hoverlift unit.
Okay.
Looks okay for an aftermarket part.
Alright. I guess you just installed that lift.
I've modified my bike enough.
I can't tell if this is weirdly buggy or if Scum DM is messing it up. Looks like he's gonna have to jump. That stunt was so done by you. Yeah, it has a fantastic soundtrack. I really love the color palette they use throughout, too. Man, look at Corley Motors. Yeah, hat tip to the Gone Jackals. Some fantastic music here. So I can look at Corley Motors. Yes, walk back up there to look at it. Limousine!
The Corley Motors factory. Holy ground.
This is where they make motorcycles. Yeah, I believe it's Gone Jackals.
Souvenirs here. We got your hats.
That's what having a regular job will do to you.
Take
We
that,
got
job
your
hammers.
What can I get you?
Why all the lights down here?
We got a demolition derby tonight. First prize is a vintage curly hardtail. Completely restored by the old man himself.
A hardtail, you say?
I'm looking for a good souvenir.
Well, good souvenirs is all I got. What can I fix you up with?
Something small, furry, and yellow, like the cheat. This guy does have Scooter from Borderlands vibes going on, right?
Small, furry, and yellow.
Sorry, this is the only set of teeth I got. Dang, there goes another one.
Those shirts come in extra large.
Yes, turn around and look.
No, but they're pre-shrunk.
No thanks. Bunnies, had plenty of them.
You want bunnies? I got you bunnies. How much you got on you?
Nothing.
Can I just take them out for a test drive?
I think you may not be ready for the kind of commitment that comes with a Corley Bunny value pack. Sorry, son.
Actually, let me think about it.
He who hesitates goes home with Jack. And his kids hate him.
Thanks for the warning.
Horace is a very good character. Okay.
Better let you get back to work.
All right, matey.
That is the hard sell.
We got it all right here.
When I was buying
Official
an
Corley
engagement
Motors
ring
merchandise.
for my wife, I actually had a jewelry store salesman pull the, like, don't you feel like you probably love her more than that ring says you do? Which,
Drive
ooh.
your own derby car by remote control.
Excuse me, but are those shirts, are they all cotton?
Well, let's just see here.
Nice. It's the finest example of bunny
100%
snatching
cotton.
I've ever seen.
Oh, that's too bad. I'm allergic to cotton.
Okay.
Our bunnies come with batteries included.
It is a very good animation there. Oh, slat. Less actually to mess with the salesman. Interesting. Okay, I don't remember much about this section of the game. As I said last time around, I've only played Full Throttle once. This is only my second go-through. What's this?
It's sealed shut. It's sealed shut. It's sealed shut.
Soon to be sealed shut.
It's closed mechanically in a serious way. Rusted too.
It's
Those
closed.
weapons were a lot of weight.
It's closed mechanically in a
It's meant
serious
for
way.
nuts.
Sometimes you feel like a nut.
I'm not putting my lips on that.
Oh, come on. Okay, where do I actually need to go? It's like a television news crew.
I'm here for the shareholders meeting.
Mr. Ripperger has postponed the meeting until Mr. Corley's murderers are apprehended. All the shareholders were notified.
Yeah. Well, I haven't checked my voicemail lately, Mac.
I'd love to hear Ben's voicemail. So I'm supposed to get on my bike according to the walkthrough I just peeked at. And then it says, go to the Vulture hideout, maybe? Who knows? Oh, this kind of looks like a place a game called the Vultures might hide out. You've reached the wrong number. Until you prove otherwise, make it quick.
There's the Vulture's hideout on the other side of this field. I've heard a lot about the Vultures.
Kaboom!
And I guess it's all true.
What do you hear, do you think? This is a LucasArts game, but just in case. I'll just do this flawlessly.
No.
No. And for the rabbit. So what do I do here? Okay, yeah, now I get the toy car. That's
Can't
right.
reach it. Can't reach it. I can't reach it.
Now I have a battery that I can use in the toy car. What a sensible puzzle. You know, I will say, and feel free to roast me for this very hot take, I think that arguably Full Throttle might be a case of style over substance. I'm not convinced that the game Full Throttle is nearly as good as the music of Full Throttle, or the graphics of Full Throttle, or the voice acting of Full Throttle. Like I said, feel free
Lovable little bunny.
to just roast me on that. Hey,
The officially
Nathan.
licensed bunny of the Corley Motors Smashatorium. We got your t-shirts here.
Yeah.
All sizes and colors. Fill our handy beverage hats with your drink of choice.
Ben, you make a really good point there. That is true. Most adventures. And yeah, I think you're right, Kirislache. The experience may be better than the game. Like, I remember last time I played this, walking away from it, things like, man, that was a great game. I can't believe I waited 20 years to play it or whatever. And, you know, it's still sort of, it's got its weird bumps.
Sure. Take it for a spin. Just don't go out of range. Souvenirs to remind you of your special Smashatorium adventure.
Looks like it's getting weak.
Oh, great, you killed the battery. Buy your kids a bunny so they'll shut up on the long drive home.
Oh, interesting. King's Quest VI is an example dungeon backs of a game that really nailed form and
Don't be a
content.
cheap jerk. Buy something.
Hey, that's a
Put some
solid
life into it.
pick.
Sure. Take it for a spin.
Okay, how do I stop
Just don't
taking
go
it for a
out of
spin?
range. If we don't got it, then it stinks. Okay, that's far enough, bud. Don't go in there. Now look what you did. The entrance is all the way through the factory. Hang on, little buddy. Daddy's coming.
Now it's just me and the bunnies.
I like that Ben has like come up with this bunny idea, and now he's fixated on it. Like he's not going to consider anything else. Ben is like, this bunny solution to my minefield problem is where it's going.
Nope, not as much fun without the car.
Oh, that's really good. Hey, there's a link to our Discord. I share that Discord with my pal, P.S. Garrick. Everyone again. I've already plugged it once, but go follow. Oh, that's not his name. Don't follow whoever that person is. That was a typo. Go follow Ben. That's P.S. Garrick of Adventure Tuesday fame. You know you want to. Fantastic channel. I've sent people to a fake channel now that's probably all questionable content. But also join our Discord. It's a great place to hang out and talk games with a fun group of folks. We'd love to see you there. Hey, Thratnor. Yeah, we're now in a classic use bunnies to avoid dying in a minefield kind of scenario. I believe it was Voltaire that first identified that as like a classic literary trope. Well, okay. Let's ride our back. There we go. That's where I want to be. Here we go! This is definitely the top tier of DOS games that integrate pre-renders into 2D. I would definitely agree with that. No question.
The minefield's been replanted. Tidy little vultures.
You know, vultures are known for their use of explosives. Alright. Cheers! This is a very cute puzzle. Okay. Somehow managed to capture both. Once Opera Doc and Apocalypse Now. All the best of both.
I don't want to set off any of these boys.
So what do I do once I run out of bunnies? Smooch bunny. Big ringtone energy. You're right, Vitaly.
Don't think so.
Get more bunnies? Are there more bunnies?
Dang, there goes another value pack.
Hey, Kobold Underworld Lord, good to see you. Yeah, you know, I put off playing it forever, too. I only played it for the first time a few years ago, and this is only my second time. Thratnor, would your wife quit because, hey, more bunnies, because of the bunny explosions or because of the poor puzzle design here? There's nothing like once you've figured out a puzzle being required to do tedious steps to complete it. Yields Raiders fan energy. The bunnies got it. Okay. it starts over?
I don't want to set off any of these boys.
Okay. Here we go. Yes, go all the way back here. Good strategy. So I guess we want one going at a time, maybe, to maximize our bunny chances. Go! Be our last hope. Okay. Look at that adorable guy. Yes, this is what's happening right now, Kobold Underlord. We're using bunnies to cross a minefield. Now these are toy bunnies. I should specify here. We aren't dealing in actual bunny murder.
I don't want to set off any.
Far from it. Just adorable little toys. Well, that seems like horse shit. I mean, pardon me. That was unfortunate. Everyone put your bits into the swear jar. There it was. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that first bunny was a real trooper. Thank you, Touch and Tax, for the swear jar tip.
I hate surprises.
Me too. It's unfortunate. It's a joyless way to live. Okay. Let's do this, Bunny Rabbit. You've got to be kidding me. Hey! We're here!
That's the guy I was telling you about, Susie.
Oh,
You
Susie.
sure?
Yeah. That's the guy who killed my father.
All right, vultures, rack 'em up.
Let's rip him quick.
Listen, Mo, you're making a big mistake.
Oh, Ben, you're right. We shouldn't do this quickly. We should draw this out, don't you think, Susie?
Hey, I got all night. You heard her, kids. Let's draw this out.
Oh, how great is this? This is like the best scene.
Corley and I.
Don't you dare talk about my father, you heartless bastard.
Yeah, I mean, this is like a good workout bit. This is the kind of thing that will leave you sore.
I'm losing my temper, Marine.
Hey, you're about to lose much more.
Your father.
I said shut up about my dad.
Malcolm once.
I said shut up about my dad.
I'm innocent.
You're in something, all right.
Cracking every knuckle in your body.
Okay, that's enough.
Not quite.
Ooh.
Okay, that's enough.
Oh, okay.
Not quite.
Let me go, or else
Or else what?
I'll call you names.
Ooh, like what?
Mink farmer.
Diaper Dynamo.
How? Where'd you hear that name?
Your father. He told me just before he died.
You bludgeoned my father and then talked about old times?
I didn't kill him. Ripburger did. A photographer took pictures, but her camera was stolen by the same thug that came after you.
I still have that roll.
Well, develop it, would you? While I still fit in my clothes?
Okay, you stay here.
Hey,
Do you think Ben has a place he lives? Like, does he have a house, an apartment, a trailer? Or do you think he just rides on his motorcycle all the time?
yeah, well, don't sweat it.
I'm gonna get Ripburger even if I die trying.
Just the road.
No, we have to expose Ripburger at the shareholders meeting. That way, we take him down, we save my gang, and your father gets his dying wish. You take over Corley Motors.
Ripburger canceled the shareholders meeting. He made a statement to the press that there'd be no meeting until the murderers were brought to justice.
So, no shareholders meeting until we're both dead?
That could be arranged.
Okay, so here we go. Faking Ben and Maureen's death. Act 1, Scene 1. Adrian Ripburger, in a desperate attempt to lure our Maureen out of hiding.
Chris McNeil here, bringing it, as always. A little bit of Mom from Futurama. Yeah, there you go, Ben. We're on the same page. Yeah, no, it's fantastic.
Has developed the following lame-ass scheme. First prize at tonight's smash-up derby is a vintage hardtail that Mo restored with her dad. Rip hopes Mo will try to nab said bike on account of her sentimental attachment to it. So Ben and Mo play along, put on disguises, and enter the demolition derby,
Makes
which
perfect
ends
sense.
tragically when their cars explode and both are presumed dead.
So we are going to put on disguises that are obviously still us. That way, when we die, Ripburger knows that we're dead. But we're going through the disguise gambit anyway.
Question.
Please save your questions until the end. Now, the explosives in Mo's car
Look at that
can
tattoo.
only be triggered by a head-on collision with Ben's car. This ejector seat projects Mo clear of the explosion, and she parachutes to safety.
Don't you think someone will notice her ejecting out of her car?
No, they'll all be watching you running around on fire.
Yeah, that's another question I have.
When your car explodes, you climb from it in flames.
Okay.
And run around the stadium distracting the audience. In your cute little asbestos suit, of course.
That's some plan.
All right, then. Let's go blow you little darlings up.
All right, folks. Hang on to your chili dogs, cause it's time to start. The Corley Motors Smashatorium Amateur Driver Ultimate Destruction Maximum Carnage Marathon.
You heard it.
Let's meet our crash cage gladiators. That mysterious-looking hooded figure wouldn't give us his real name. He prefers to be known as the Unknown Avenger.
Is that George
Just
Lucas
fine
down at the
with
end?
us, isn't it, folks?
Now I'm just embarrassed for them.
Hey, Protocola. Hey, Lars. Good to see you. This is my second time playing Full Throttle, actually. I played it once for the first time a few years ago. First time streaming it. Really excited. Yeah, I do think that's George Lucas on the far left, Nathan. That's always been my take on that. Then again, he's just a guy with a beard. Maybe it's not George Lucas.
Who do they think they're fooling with those ludicrous disguises?
Great Mark
And next
Hamill
to him is another
performance.
newcomer. Please give a big Smashatorium salute to the Princess of Pile-Up, Doreen Schmorley.
Very good alias.
All right, boys. Sick 'em.
And finally, we have a last-minute addition to the lineup tonight. A deadly-looking team known as the Boom Boom Brothers.
Uh-oh.
try and get away now, bicycle boy.
All right now, are you ready to see some reckless driving? Are you ready to see some unnecessarily violent destruction? Then let the demolition derby begin.
Hey, there's a little Max over on the wall.
Where are you, Ben?
Hang on, Mo. Here I come. Watch out for the Boom Boom Brothers, Mo.
Is that a ramp? Oh no! What a bad arcade sequence.
Ben, what are you doing? Get over here and nail me.
Okay. Are we not doing crazy anymore? Where is she? So who am I supposed to hit? Where's Wolverine? What am I even doing? Wasn't paying attention during the planning stage.
Ben, I can't avoid these other cars forever.
It's a LucasArts game. I bet you can. Okay, let's see here. Got to bounce off the roof of the blue car with a ramp. Oh, man. Okay, let's try this other ramp since we're not getting anything done on that one. Spitting out some mud. Going great, going great. Thank you, green car.
That car stalled when I bounced off the roof. Looks like these babies have a glass jaw.
This is silly. It is very silly. The controls aren't great. And I'm also bad at it, so there's that. So I can't quite make that happen from this point. Are you going reverse? Yes. Huh. Need more speed on the ramp. How do I do that? That's right, we need to full throttle this. Looks like I'm gonna have to throttle. I like just casually like inching up the ramp there. Okay, I'm gonna look at my walkthrough and see if it gives me anything more specific. Drive to the left side of the arena. Okay, so I'm supposed to push the other car down here? Is that for real? Surely not. Walkthrough says I'm supposed to put this car over here so I can bounce off of it when I come off the ramp. sure that's how cars turn. These things are probably hovering or something, right? Oh, come on. Oh, okay, now he's back alive. Okay. Try this again, I guess. Okay, just turn with my 0 turning radius car. Now, shove him back over here. Can anyone with more experience in this game tell me if this is actually what I need to do? Yeah, I like how they rush to get under the ramp when you need to. So when he hits them, it revives them. Okay. Get out of the way. Okay, so if you're just joining us, welcome. We are in a terrible part of the game. I'm going to turn down the volume a little bit on this because I'm sure that must be a grating sound to have in your ear. Maybe push the brown car up and off the ramp. Okay, good idea. Keep it as far away from the blue car as possible. I'm just going to say it. This isn't a great puzzle. Also, why am I solving puzzles with cars when I'm supposed to be playing a motorcycle game? Nobody wants to talk about that, but it's right there in our faces. Hey, look at that. Okay. Here we go. Straighten up. Here we go. Can I save? Yes, I can. Oh, this is huge. Hey, Tom. Welcome to the stream. Glad you could be here. Okay. You're here just in time for the big win. If I can just straighten up my car enough to go up the ramp. Oh, what bad controls.
Okay, Boom Boom Brothers. It's all over.
Woo. Oh, it does have micro machines to the NES vibes. Good point, Slap.
Idiots. Okay, Mo. Time for our big finale.
Do it!
Now that's an explosion, ladies and gentlemen. Can't see any survivors yet. Wait, what's that? It's the unknown Avenger, and he's on fire!
This bin is on fire.
That looks painful. We really should put him out right away, but what a show, huh?
Look at Sam and Max. That's Max, it's not Sam. That's what sort of sad shape I'm in. We'll just start a lot of fires. Oh, the humanity.
Quit clowning around and make a diversion.
Why does it think I'm doing?
No offense, but you need a bigger one.
cares about the bike?
Mo says it's important, so we're not leaving without it.
Let's see here. Let's get the volume back up a little bit.
Alright, I'll see what I can do, but I'm burning at both ends here.
He's the rudder and the torch all in one, folks. He's still going. Well, folks, it looks like the party's getting a little out of hand. The stadium seems to be catching fire, but let's all remain calm and... Yeah, you're right. The derby's over. Run for your life!
I feel like most demolition derbies probably end with something similar to that. Just some sort of run for your lives at the end.
Finally. Now, squish that firefly while he's hot.
Mark Hamill, delivering the goods. That's why you hire Mark Hamill.
Look at him run.
Look at him run, Pinky. Let's see, what was I supposed to do here? Jump on the roof of their car. Nailed it. Now I am in control of the car. It is I who am a car. Oh, I guess I messed that up. Okay, let's jump out again, then we'll jump into the fire. It's voiced by Mr. J himself. Puddin'. Okay, make that loop, and then we're gonna jump into the big fire. En fuego!
What happened? Did you get him?
We finally got him, Bolus. That means Ripburger has to make us vice presidents now, like he promised. And give us 10,000 shares of stock each. Funny smell? What's that? The temperature light?
Uh-oh.
Well,
Narp!
on the bright side, I just made 20,000 shares of stock. Time to start the shareholders meeting.
Where's the hardtail?
Okay, we did it. I wish you quit saying
All over the
hardtail.
floor, Mr. Avenger.
What? What happened to your deep sentimental attachment to your father's vintage bike?
Ben, it's just a bike. I can put it back together in about a half an hour. That's assuming, of course, I can find that key.
Yes, that's definitely Brain Maniacs. Maurice LaMarche, right? Is that correct? I always blend him and Phil Lamar into one person for some reason.
What key are you talking about?
Key to my dad's safe. I remember he hid it somewhere on this bike. But I've looked everywhere and I can't find anything that even looks like a key.
What's in the safe that's so important?
My dad's will. I'm counting on him to tell the truth about me, finally.
Why did he keep you a secret all these years?
He didn't want people to find out about my mom.
What's so bad about Mrs. Corley?
She wasn't my mom.
Huh.
Checks out. How are we going to get into
But
the
how are we
factory?
going to get in the factory?
In the back of the factory, there's a secret entrance that leads straight into Dad's office. He used to sneak me in so I could help him with his bike designs.
When he got too old to do all the work himself?
Nah, this is back when I was 6.
Ooh, interesting, Tom. What puzzle didn't display properly in the remake?
How do I find the secret passage?
Well, it's tricky. You have to wait for all the utility meters to turn black. Then you kick the wall in just the right spot, and you're in.
Oof.
How do I find the right spot to kick?
Dad just knew exactly where to kick it.
I like to think I know exactly where to kick it, too.
Big crack in the wall, and if I lined up that crack with my eye level and kicked the wall right in front of me, this weird portal would open up.
Can I kick it? Yes, I can.
What are we in, anyway?
It's a C-330 big mouth industrial cargo jumbo transport we fixed up. We want to get it rolling so we can take it to biker rallies.
You're going to try to fly this thing?
Rolling, Ben. Rolling. This baby's flying days are over, just like mine.
By the way, if you're just joining us, welcome to the stream. It's Full Throttle. It's Retro Adventure Wednesday. We've gotten by some of the most frustrating parts. Only one real frustrating part remaining. We're going to make this happen.
By the way. Thanks for asking.
Great, now help me find that key.
I'll see what I can do.
Right.
Marine's voice work is just wonderful. Uh-oh. That was fun. All right, your parts are stupid.
Here, take the photos. I don't want them. Show them to someone important if you get a chance.
Hey, take care. Slack, glad you could be here. Have a great evening. Let's see, I'm going to peek at my walkthrough because I can't remember at all what to do here. Oh no! We have the clip, I bet. Oh no. By the way, if you're a longtime friend of the channel, I just added some fun new emotes that are now tied to sort of cheering, so that I didn't know existed, but apparently after you cheer so much in a channel, you can unlock certain emotes. So I went ahead and turned those on. You should be grandfathered in. There are a few new fun emotes, including a Roberta Williams emote, Laura Bow emote, all kinds of good times to be had.
It's sealed shut.
Hey, Vitaly, there's the Laura Bow. Ooh, wow, look at Tom with the new purple tentacle. We've got all the new emotes coming into play. Here's LOL Link. Thank you, Thraknor. Only the finest emotes. Oh, wow. Goodness gracious, Cobalt. That is very generous. Thank you so much for the kind donation. Wow. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, that should unlock all kinds of fun stuff. Who knows? Thank you so much. Oops, I left. Not what I was trying to do. Okay, I have no clue where to kick. Am I doing this basically right? Is the question. Okay.
It's sealed shut.
So what we're trying to do here is find the secret spot that's going to make everything happen. Okay, I think we did it. Corley's desk.
Furniture moving? No.
Oh well, all's well that ends well. That's right. That's about all you can hope for here.
Now, that's art.
He doesn't know what art is, but he knows what he likes. Okay. Floor safe. Okay. Apparently that's an Easter egg that makes Ben fart. And say, I'm a man of simple pleasures. Full fartle. And the clapping is part of it. I'm not doing the clapping. I think it's important to point out here. Oh, it's those barking spiders. Apparently, it's the birthday of one of the developers. Ben, Throttle, big farter. Enthusiastic clap. Okay, so how was I supposed to know the actual code here? I feel like that was a puzzle that I was supposed to have figured out. Oh, let's cheat it. Your dad calls farts barking spiders. That's something I hadn't thought about since. Hey, thanks so much for the follow, SideQuest Sean. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well tonight. Yeah, that's something I think back when I played football in high school. I don't know if I've ever mentioned I played football in high school before. Around our locker room, I think that's what farts were typically called. But yeah, you're here just in time for the fart discourse, SideQuest Sean. So you're here at the perfect time. I'm glad you could be here. Hope you're having a terrific Wednesday. If you're brand new to the stream, I'm Jess. I play lots of these retro adventure games. Glad to have you.
There's some sort of card. And a tape. I sure hope that's Corley's will. These need more exposure than that. Mo gave me the photos of her dad's murder.
Interesting thing to carry around. Okay. So we have those. Let's head down the hallway with these echoing footsteps. Let's get out that key card. It's not an adventure game without a good key card.
Cool. Looks like the meeting started.
Ah, it's the shareholder meeting.
Was not only an inspirational leader, but also a great personal friend.
Ratbugger!
His loss affects us all deeply. Malcolm and I spoke often of the future.
I
We
spoke
talked
using my
of a day
sinister
when
voice.
Corley Motors would move beyond its humble beginnings into a new vehicular age.
Vehicular.
And although his tragic death took him from us sooner than anyone expected, Malcolm Corley's dream remains. And I shall carry out that dream in his memory. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to present to you the future of Corley Motors.
Hybrid.
The Corley minivan.
Act.
Corley was right.
Classic
I
Kathy.
never dreamed it would actually come to minivans, though.
The ugliest minivan. Yeah, it's not just that it's a minivan, it's that it's the worst minivan.
I don't think that plays reel-to-reel tapes.
Oh? Really?
What you see before you right now is my vision for Corley.
Random clicking works again.
Oh, perfect.
This is a disaster.
You're telling
Hey,
me.
thanks for the lurk. Rabbit Sushi, glad you could be here. Hope you have a terrific rest of your day. Or evening, or night, or whatever it is.
I don't know any jokes. You know, this reminds me of
Joker
a
reference.
amusing anecdote about a. I-
Well, I'm out of ideas.
Okay. Ah, that looks like a reel to reel. Here we go. Let's do it, Ben.
Now, this next slide shows our new, more aggressive corporate strategy.
How unfortunate he used such ironic language. Gotcha.
Hello there. If you're hearing this, I must have croaked. Well, people gotta move on, you know, and make room for other people. And that's what I'm here to talk about today. I've made room for someone else to take my place at Corley Motors. And it ain't that embezzling crook Adrian Ripburger.
Ripburger?
Rip, you don't belong at the head of my company. You belong in jail.
You murdered me.
I let that man talk me into far too many things. Like keeping my daughter a secret. He was wrong. I was wrong. I should have stood by her. I hope, Maureen, that you forgive me, and that you take over Corley Motors and run it however you see fit. All right, that's enough. How do I turn this damn thing off?
It's too bad he couldn't have done this while he was alive. He didn't know he was going to be murdered.
I'm sorry you had to hear that tape from one of Malcolm's psychiatric sessions. Near the end, he suffered many paranoid delusions.
I don't think they're buying it.
He was haunted by powerful forces of his own creation.
And here's one of them.
Maureen.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Maureen Corley, and do I have a heck of a story for you. By the time I'm done, you'll see why this man should be in jail. Hey! Where'd he hobble off to?
Uh-oh. There he goes.
Such great animation in this game.
And then he sent his goons after me.
The Ben Throttle runaway animation.
Run, Ripburger. When it's time to find you, we'll just follow the shiny trail.
Yes, of course we'll have daycare facilities. Any other questions? Oh, speak of the devil. Come over here, Dan.
It's me, Ben.
Ben, you're finally where you were meant to be all along.
So,
I guess we win.
After we pick up your bike, we'll go get my gang out of jail.
And then find out why my gang never showed up to help us.
And then you go business suit shopping.
Don't remind me.
Don't complain. You're going to be rich.
At this point, I'd settle for just a little peace and quiet.
Oh, this game does have comedic timing. Red back! Wahaha!
She interrupted my speech, Ben.
I guess she's dead.
She really shouldn't have. I was just about to talk about the inherent dangers of unicycle operation.
Can't you make this damn thing go any faster?
I forgot. Oh, they're chasing him in a plane. A jet, I suppose. Okay. Not great memory of this
over there.
puzzle at all.
I touched it. It would fall off. I touched it. It would fall off.
Whoa. I love Con Air. Okay. Stick her hand in this fan. No, that's not the solution. Weird.
Pretty small. I'll see you all change my
You shredded bunny. Relax. Alright. Well, I feel like that was not it.
Let me try that again.
Yes. Maybe so.
So, pretty small.
Okay, I grab his cane. I just have to be fast and clever.
I don't think so.
My cane!
That's right.
You need more than a cane when I'm through with you, Ripburger.
Nice. Glad we saved that bunny. Okay. Go peek at my walkthrough again. He's lucky he didn't wrench his arm off, honestly. Ooh. So cinematic, such a well done action sequence.
No one sneaks up on me from behind.
Uh-oh. Hey, there's that vulture that I threw a bunch of fertilizer in her eyes earlier.
I thought you
and pulled
said
her
this thing
chainsaw.
couldn't move.
I said it couldn't fly. I never said it couldn't taxi.
Well, flying would be nice since we're headed for the gorge.
Ripburger, you're going to kill all of us.
Shh, Ben, don't ruin the ending.
How do you stop this
Oh, that's
thing?
very Joker.
From the cockpit.
That checks out. Here we go. Gang, we're getting close to the end here.
Duck!
Careful, Ben!
Ben just calmly stands there. Please continue shooting at me.
So much for the controls. I could have used those.
I think I used those to control this thing.
Damn.
Hey, I throw you a Ripburger. Yeah, the cockpit seems right. Try that again. I love Ben, who's just run away from any real threat this entire game. Just calmly being shot at by machine guns there. Not even flinching.
Busted. Those might have been useful. That's trash.
Peeking at my walkthrough. Okay. There we go. So... Okay, we didn't get it. That's how you live to be the leader of a faction gang. Run from danger. I think you might be right, Thraknor. Oh, wow. Goes all the way back here, huh? Let's load up to... here.
Duck!
Careful, Ben!
Thank you for the LOL link kill. As I said earlier, I've been trying out this new emote wall plugin for my stream tonight that makes the emotes sort of float across the screen when you do them. I hope that that's a fun feature. Let me know in the chat if it's annoying, and I will turn it off next time.
So much for the controls.
I thought it was
I could
cute.
have used those. Here goes nothing.
Hey, KFC Yikes, welcome. No, this is full
Ben, what
throttle.
did you do?
Oh, how dramatic. And KFC, tomorrow night could be the Jess of the Wild series finale. I'm going after Ganon.
Ben, are you alive?
I am, but I don't know about Ripburger.
I can see him. He's out cold. Climb back here, quick.
But yes, everyone, if you've been following along with my Jess of the Wild streams, as I've played Breath of the Wild for the very first time over the past several weeks, Tomorrow night, I may be wrapping it all up. I'm going after Ganon. I'm storming Castle Hyrule, or Hyrule Castle, as I guess it's technically called. And it could be the end of everything. So tune in tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern for what I'm considering a prestige Twitch event. A series finale of Jess of the Wild. All that time. Now we've come to the end of the road. Still, I can't let go. Okay, so I guess I'm supposed to do something here. This vehicle's been reported as stolen. What about the DLC of the Wild? It's possible I might come back to some of it. But yeah, this is going to be my attempt to wrap it up. Let's see. Let's try defense, machine guns, control, aim, lower, unable to move turret. Unable to move turret. Let's see. I get the motorcycle. Yeah, Fit, I do want to get that motorcycle, I have to admit.
Can't reach him.
Oh, he's hanging by a turret. Oh. Did I get it? Was that the solution? Guess I'm dead.
Let me try that again.
I wish I hadn't been killed. Boy, Ben looks very dead after that crash. It's a rough crash.
Ben! Ben! Climb back here, quick!
Ben. Falling off the cliff is no proper death. For a mighty biker, you're so right. Okay.
I think you just killed a seagull!
Oh, do I retract them? Is that the deal? Okay, let's try this. Imagine how confusing this game would be without the context. Yeah, this game has got to be a complete mystery if you're just joining us and haven't played it before. Whoa! Goodbye, Mark Hamill. That's a series wrap for Mark Hamill. Can't beat a Corley.
Well, that answers that.
Ask in the chat for Mark Hamill. My childhood hero, Mark Hamill. If you've ever wondered who young Jess idolized more than anyone else on the planet, it was Luke Skywalker, which is funny because now he's even on this planet. He's on Tatooine, he's on Endor, sometimes he's on Dagobah. He's certainly never here. But, nevertheless, I was a big Luke Skywalker fan growing up. This will shock no one. With my decaf Jedi name. I suspect you didn't stop idolizing. Yeah, no.
Let me try that again.
I'm the world's biggest Luke Skywalker fan. / Mark Hamill. I love Mark Hamill. I have all kinds of controversial Star Wars opinions that I try not to share here.
How poetic.
Okay, now what do I actually need to do? When I get back to the plane. What are you doing, Ben? Whoa, look at these moves. Look, Ben go. It's her controversial Star Wars opinion. Ah, nice try. Let's see. Insert controversial Star Wars opinion. I really, really love The Last Jedi. Maybe in my top 3 Star Wars movies. How's that? How's that for a controversial Star Wars opinion? Wow, the game really is on a tight timer here, isn't it?
Ouch.
Ouch.
Let me try that again.
Climb back here quick.
Oh no. Oh, I do have a save, don't I? Can't beat a Corley. Okay.
Wimp.
Wimp. What a jerk Ben is. I consider myself both of those KFC,
Wait, come
so
back! We need your weight in the plane.
no shame there. I enjoyed the sequel trilogy. Hey, Paul, not back. Good to see you. Glad you could be here. We're just dying over and over again here at the very end. It's literally
Let me try that again.
the last puzzle, and I can't do it. I clearly just am not
Climb back here
capable.
quick.
Okay. How have you been, Paul, not Pat? Release the trailer? Is that part of this? I think it's just a runny puzzle.
That's what having a regular job will do to you.
So having a regular job will do to you? Really? That's his takeaway here?
Wait, come back! We need your weight in the plane.
Here it is. Alright. The back is just off screen. What a poor choice. Slow motion explosion.
Life was a game to him. And he played it by his own rules. He was a mystery.
Cool guys
Most
building
of us.
explosions.
And yet, an inspiration to
Some of
us
these
all.
people are like, I'll never forget when you threw fertilizer in my face. Oh wait, it's not there.
He gave us freedom. He gave us power. He gave us wings. He gave us wheels. Thank you, Malcolm Corley, for giving us a dream.
Thank you,
Will
Father
never
Torque.
die.
Press F to pay respects here.
So,
So,
maybe we could do lunch sometime next week.
yeah, sure. Lunch sounds great.
Great F's in the chat. Thank you.
Things aren't gonna change, are they, Ben? I mean, just because I'm in charge of the company now, and living in a mansion and riding around in limos, that doesn't mean we won't spend a lot of time together, does it?
Look, Mo, you're in a different league now. You shouldn't be hanging out with the likes of me anymore.
Good
But
point.
Ben... Just a second. Hello? What? No, that's crazy. Is he nuts? Look, move the meeting up to 5 and tell the plant foreman that I'm coming over personally to inspect those parts. I know, that's what I told him. Excuse me, what was that last part? No, that alloy was flawed to begin with.
Oh no.
Yeah, good, great.
Can't pin Ben down. You can't pin a good polecat down, as they say. Let's roll credits. We did it, team. He grappled away. That's right, Metallic. We did it. We made it to the end. Yeah, I love Xbox Game Pass too, KFC. Sunset does have some Day of the Tentacle vibes. Alright. 3D vehicle models, those were a really good part of this game. Peter Chan with the vehicle designs. Don Jackals supplying our soundtrack. So this was pretty fun. Had a good time. I enjoyed it again. I think, was it Chris Lache that said earlier that this is a better experience than it is a game at some level? Oh, you like the bouncy emotes ball? Good. I was wondering about that. It's a new feature that I just added tonight. So I wasn't sure what people would think. It's fun watching like a game with little Nighthead fly across the screen though, isn't it? Alright. A lot of the fiddly stuff in this game unfortunately sticks around for the worst Grim Fandango puzzles. Oh, that's too bad. On their new audio CD. Jackal Wrangler. Increased Chances is a very good song. I think that is the highlight of the entire soundtrack. It plays in the trailer early in the game. Yeah, the Junkyard was a myth. Chitlins Whiskey and Skirt is very good. Roy Conrad is dead. I'm just Adrian Ripper. Alright. So what's coming up next is the big question. Well, tomorrow night, as I said, I think it's going to be the series finale of Jess the Wild. We're going to wrap up my Breath of the Wild playthrough tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Then we'll come back, I guess, next week and play a little bit more of the always exciting Strong Bad's Cool game for attracting people on Monday. But then next Wednesday, for Retro Adventure Wednesday, we have something very good coming up. We have Quest for Glory 2, Trial by Fire. And not only am I bringing back my character Wizzo from my Quest for Glory 1 playthrough from a few months back, but also my pal Ben, and everyone follow Ben if you haven't already. Let me shout him out just one more time. Go follow PS_Garrett. He is also going to be playing, along with Sarah and Grayson, Quest for Glory 2 Trial by Fire on Tuesday nights. I'll be playing on Wednesday nights. We're going to race our way through a wonderful Sierra game. They'll be playing as a thief named Grayso. I'll be playing as a wizard named Wizzo. So it's going to be a fun stream partner crossover, a classic Twitch race. We'll see who can get to the end first and win the. Did we commission a trophy? Our traditional extremely fast fashion. That's right. If you watch either of our streams, you know that we're all about getting these games done quickly and efficiently. As quickly and efficiently as possible. But that's what's coming up next week. I'm super excited for it. Quest for Glory 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. So it's going to be a blast. Now, let's see here. Where can we raid over to now that the stream is drawing to a close? How about we drop in on my pal Papaya Chemist? She is playing Batman Arkham Asylum this fine evening. That's a fun game. Let's all grapple away there. I'm going to start the raid. Thank you very much for watching along tonight. Thank you for the support, for the follows, for the cheers, for all the other sort of good stuff. Yes, also with Mark Hamill. That's right, we're going to keep the Mark Hamill love going. But for now, we're nearly done here. Thanks again for everything. It's a fun stream tonight. Take care. I'll start the raid, and I will see you again very soon.